Welcome back to our channel, where we share updates and untold stories about Catherine, Princess of Wales, and her royal family. Today, we bring you some news. William makes final decision over Harry after doctor confirms King Charles's health. An insider source said that the royal family is at a significant turning point, highlighted by Prince William's conclusive decision about Prince Harry's desire to return to the UK in light of King Charles's worrisome health report. The British royal family is now at a pivotal juncture that has garnered worldwide interest. King Charles's health has allegedly deteriorated significantly, as he is said to be contending with an aggressive malignancy, with some physicians cautioning that he may have less than a year to live. This grave prediction has unsettled the monarchy and prompted significant measures inside the royal family. In an attempt to fulfill his father's last wishes and maintain the family heritage, Prince William has undertaken what sources characterize as a final effort for reconciliation by contacting his estranged brother, Prince Harry. Simultaneously, escalating financial pressures reports indicate Harry is contending with an astonishing US $21 million in debt, have prompted the Duke of Sussex to contemplate a return to the United Kingdom. This detailed analysis analyzes the ongoing crisis within the House of Windsor, highlighting King Charles's health emergency, Prince William's conciliatory gesture, and the dual constraints of familial obligation and financial instability that may lead to Prince Harry's possible homecoming. King Charles, a sovereign in jeopardy. King Charles took the throne in 2022 after the death of Queen Elizabeth, and his reign has since been characterized by endeavors to modernize the monarchy and tackle intricate global challenges. Recent palace sources, however, reveal that his health is now at severe risk. The king is allegedly contending with a severe kind of cancer, a diagnosis that, based on private information, suggests he may have a finite amount of time remaining. Despite Buckingham Palace's lack of public disclosure about all particulars, sources indicate that extensive consultations with leading medical experts and many diagnostic examinations have exacerbated worries. This health issue for King Charles arises at a time when familial unity is paramount. Confronted with the prospect of limited time, the king's private discussions with trusted advisors have allegedly focused on a single concern: uniting the royal family, historically plagued by internal strife, to support him in what may be his last chapter. His message has remained unwavering, said a senior palace official. He desires his sons to reconcile for the benefit of both the family and the monarchy's legacy. This urgency has now prepared the ground for significant transformations inside the royal household. Prince William's ultimate attempt to mend the divide leading the initiative for peace is Prince William, the heir apparent who has adopted an unusually conciliatory position. Historically considered the reliable and responsible eldest son, William has lately initiated direct communication with Prince Harry, a move that several insiders are characterizing as his definitive choice to reconcile the enduring rift between the siblings. In recent weeks, William's tone has allegedly transitioned from reserved professionalism to earnest urgency, as he underscores the need for togetherness during their father's serious condition. Palace sources see the telephone conversation between William and Harry as a pivotal occasion. It was not merely a casual inquiry, said an assistant who preferred to remain unnamed. The call was imbued with historical significance and a plea stemming from desperation. Our father, in his diminished condition, emphasized that reconciliation is imperative. It is not optional. This appeal signifies the most recent development in a long-standing and acrimonious division within the royal family. The rift between the two brothers became prominent with Prince Harry's 2020 decision to withdraw from royal responsibilities and go to North America, a choice that not only transformed his familial status, but also initiated a series of public and private conflicts. William's appeal for reconciliation has a dual purpose. It respects the king's last intentions and simultaneously solidifies his future position as the uniting force within a fractured family. Through his outreach, William seeks to foster an atmosphere in which differences are transcended and communal strength is reinstated, at a period when the monarchy cannot tolerate internal discord. Observers propose that this action may enhance William's status as the next king, portraying him as a calming influence capable of transcending personal concerns for the collective benefit. Prince Harry's quandary, familial obligation, or monetary salvation? The most notable development in this ongoing drama is the possible alteration in Prince Harry's long-standing position of alienation from the palace. For years, Harry has symbolized defiance, openly criticizing elements of royal life and adopting a more autonomous lifestyle in America. In light of his father's critical health and indications of substantial financial difficulties, sources suggest that the Duke of Sussex is contemplating a return to the United Kingdom. This prospective return is motivated not just by family allegiance, but also by a need to confront his financial difficulties. The financial circumstances of Prince Harry have been a focal point of much conjecture. Since relinquishing full-time royal responsibilities in 2020, Harry has maintained his autonomy via profitable media agreements, public speaking opportunities, and diverse commercial pursuits. However, these same outlets have also imposed significant financial pressures upon him. Recent reports in the British media indicate that Harry's debts might amount to around US $21 million, a sum associated with property liabilities, security expenditures, and other charges arising from his separation from the conventional royal financial framework. For Harry, the possibility of returning to the United Kingdom may provide more than only an opportunity to reunite with his sick father. Insiders indicate that his comeback may also serve as a call for assistance in managing his debt more efficiently. Royal financial experts and palace mediators have been subtly communicating with Harry over alternatives that may enable him to access assistance mechanisms often afforded to royal family members. "It is a pragmatic decision," said one expert. "When personal finances become burdensome, particularly at the magnitude we are discussing, seeking assistance is not indicative of frailty. It is an essential measure for achieving stability." This twin pressure of familial obligation and financial necessity signifies a notable divergence from Harry's prior public claims of autonomy. Although his previous narrative lauded the liberation derived by departing from royal convention, the present situation indicates that the encumbrances of debt and the emotional toll of his father's sickness may be prompting him to reconsider that position. If Harry chooses to return, it would signify a period of personal reflection and could reshape his position within the royal family for the foreseeable future. The influence of health, debt, and familial politics on the monarchy. The intersection of King Charles's health issues, Prince William's diplomatic initiatives, and Prince Harry's escalating financial difficulties signifies a pivotal moment for the British monarchy. This evolving situation compels the royal family to address long-standing challenges that might fundamentally alter the monarchy. The repercussions for King Charles are very personal. After decades of preparation to guide the monarchy into modernity, the king today confronts the poignant irony of a legacy marred by internal conflict. He reportedly wants to be remembered for his family's unity in his final days, not just his public work. "There is no greater service than uniting as a family during times of crisis," one royal aide said. This aspiration for reconciliation underpins William's urgent appeal and may become King Charles's greatest lasting accomplishment if successful. In contrast, Prince Harry's financial situation significantly impacts his public image. Previously considered the rebellious prince who liberated himself from the confines of royal existence, Harry now confronts the truth that autonomy has a significant price. The purported debt of US $21 million transcends mere headlines. It epitomizes the perils linked to a lifestyle detached from the safeguarding influence of royal finances. The possibility of going to the United Kingdom, where he may negotiate financial relief, is not only a familial obligation, it is also a question of survival in a contemporary landscape characterized by elevated public expectations and incessant media scrutiny. The convergence of health, familial politics, and economic precariousness has garnered the interest of both royal observers and financial experts. Certain scholars argue that this issue might act as a catalyst for extensive institutional transformation inside the monarchy. A prominent financial journalist said, "The contemporary world necessitates transparency and accountability." Should the royal family exhibit a commitment to confronting its internal issues, including personal debts, it could establish a formidable precedent for institutions globally. However, some express skepticism, cautioning that entrenched grievances and individual aspirations may be too challenging to resolve, irrespective of external influences. Internal perspectives, family, friends, and royal insiders provide insights. As the drama progresses, several voices from inside the royal circle have begun to express their opinions, albeit discreetly. A top royal staffer, speaking anonymously, said, "We have never encountered such a convergence of personal and institutional challenges. The king's health has compelled each family member to face difficult realities, and while it is distressing, it is also an essential progression towards recovery." Both prince's acquaintances share this attitude. A former schoolmate of Prince Harry, who has seen the progression of his public challenges, said, "Harry is no longer the indomitable rebel he once was. The pressure of his financial obligations, along with the remorse over our fractured family, is ultimately overwhelming him. He is beginning to realize that returning may be the one means to repair what has been damaged." Sources close to Prince William emphasize that his activities are motivated by both obligation and empathy. "William has consistently been the cornerstone of the family," said one assistant. "His choice to offer reconciliation to Harry transcends mere adherence to his father's desires. It pertains to safeguarding the monarchy's future. In these uncertain times, a fractured family undermines the institution we collectively uphold." Royal analysts have observed that, although William's demeanor is composed and dignified, it is also imbued with the urgency of an individual aware that time is limited for his father and potentially for the necessary reconciliation that must ensue. Nonetheless, not all voices provide support. Certain opponents contend that Prince Harry's extensive history of public disobedience and contentious choices may render any reunion as a compromise rather than a genuine unification. "There is a risk," one commentator cautioned, "that by pursuing financial relief through a return to the UK, Harry may be perceived as yielding to the very system he previously denounced." Nonetheless, even these skeptics concede that the extraordinary nature of the crisis may necessitate alterations that, under typical circumstances, would have been inconceivable. No contemporary royal narrative can be dissociated from media influence, and this crisis is no exception. British tabloids and worldwide press organizations have meticulously monitored each event, ranging from King Charles's private medical appointments to the frank particulars of Prince William's communication with Prince Harry, and now to the intensifying rumors about Harry's financial obligations. In the current media environment, each word, gesture, and headline has significant importance, and the public's opinion of the monarchy is precariously poised. Prominent newspapers have begun speculation over possible outcomes. Certain commentators believe that if Prince Harry returns and candidly discusses his financial difficulties, it may herald a new epoch of openness and modernity for the monarchy, marking a departure from the legacy of stoic reticence. This could be the juncture at which the royal family demonstrates its susceptibility to the challenges of contemporary existence, said one commentator by acknowledging vulnerability. Harry may ultimately reinforce familial ties. Social media has also transformed into a forum for divergent perspectives, with some applauding the prospect of reconciliation, while others decry what they see as a violation of values. The media's representation of the issue is influencing public discourse. Proponents of the royal family see the situation as a unique chance for reconciliation, but detractors believe that any financial aid to Harry may jeopardize the autonomy he has diligently sought to achieve. As King Charles's health issue intensifies the need for familial cohesion, there is a consensus that the stakes have reached unprecedented levels. Anticipating the future of the monarchy. With King Charles's health declining, the next months are expected to be crucial for the British royal family. Motivated by the king's dying desires for reconciliation, Prince William's mediation and Prince Harry's possible homecoming are seen as first steps towards a long-awaited family reunion. Nonetheless, the path forward is laden with ambiguity. King Charles aspires for his sons to reconcile their differences and unite in his closing days, creating a significant legacy for his reign. For Prince William, this endeavor pertains not only to fulfilling his father's last desire, but also to safeguarding the monarchy's future. For Prince Harry, the choice to return to the United Kingdom is complex, motivated by a want to reunite with family and the urgent need to confront a financial obligation that has become more untenable. If Harry chooses to return home, it may need a series of confidential meetings with palace officials, financial consultants, and maybe representatives from government agencies to examine opportunities for financial assistance. By doing so, Harry would undertake a step previously deemed inconceivable, a decision that may perhaps reshape his public persona and reestablish a degree of cohesion within the family. Critics will certainly examine every detail, and the equilibrium between personal vulnerability and civic obligation will be challenged as never before. Final contemplations, a period of change. At this extraordinary juncture of crises, the British royal family confronts an amalgamation of concerns that have hitherto remained separate: health, financial obligations, and profound familial strife. King Charles's life is precarious, and in his twilight, familial unity may emerge as his most lasting legacy. Prince William's sincere effort at reconciliation and Prince Harry's growing readiness to address both emotional and financial challenges indicate a possible pivotal moment for an institution that has endured several adversities. The future trajectory is ambiguous. The prospect of a royal reunion has ignited optimism among fans, however. Historical tensions do not dissipate quickly. If these siblings can resolve their differences and Prince Harry can get the financial help he needs, the royal family may be stronger than ever. This transition would commemorate King Charles's legacy and establish a new trajectory for the monarchy in the contemporary era, a legacy characterized not by invulnerability but by the bravery to accept vulnerability in the quest for unification. The global audience observes with anticipation as the developments inside the House of Windsor illustrate that even long-established institutions are susceptible to contemporary pressures. The royal family confronts a dilemma that impacts the intimate realms of family, obligation, and fiscal accountability, poised on the verge of a shift that may alter the essence of a contemporary monarchy. Thank you for watching the video.
Please let us know your thoughts. And goodbye for the time being.